Welcome to the Vacation Rental Scale Up podcast. I'm your host, Thibault Masson. Today we're diving into a scandal that's shaking the short-term rental industry to its core. Have you heard about the multi-million-dollar Airbnb scam? Well, grab your coffee, settle in, and let's break down this wild story together. So, here's the scoop. Imagine booking a beautiful vacation rental only to find out it's part of an elaborate scam. This isn't just a one off incident, it's a meticulously planned operation that's affected nearly 100 properties across the United States, pulling in over $7 million just from Airbnb bookings. And yes, they even extended their scam to platforms like Vrbo, making additional profits. Our story begins with investigative journalist Allie Conti, who stumbled upon this scam after she herself became a victim. Picture this. You arrive at what you think is a charming farm stay, only to find out it's all a ruse. The property isn't available because of some last-minute emergency, a plumbing issue perhaps. You're then shuffled off to a subpar accommodation, worlds away from what you expected. Take a moment to think about that. You're in an unfamiliar city, excited for your trip, and then suddenly you're dealing with this nightmare. And it wasn't just Ali. Countless guests found themselves in similar situations, duped by the same scam. But let's get into the nitty-gritty of how Shray Goel and his associates pulled this off. They created numerous fake Airbnb profiles, each complete with fabricated reviews to build credibility. The listings? Oh, they were designed to be irresistible. Perfect locations, stunning amenities. Everything was meticulously planned to lower the guard of unsuspecting guests. When guests booked these appealing properties, they'd receive a sudden notification of an issue, maybe the plumbing or damage from a previous guest. This was the bait and switch tactic. Guests would be moved to a different, much inferior property. And here's the kicker. They'd often double book these properties under different profiles and pick the highest paying guest. The rest were left dealing with excuses and often no refunds. Let that sink in for a minute. These scammers had no regard for the inconvenience and distress they caused. They were purely driven by profit, with no empathy for the people whose vacations or business trips they were ruining. Imagine finding yourself in an unfamiliar city with no decent place to stay. For many, this meant ruined vacations, spoiled business trips, and a newfound distrust in platforms like Airbnb. And the legitimate hosts? They're left battling the negative fallout, their reputations unfairly tarnished. The scale of this fraudulent operation was immense, involving nearly 100 properties and generating over $7 million from Airbnb alone. When we add the profits from Vrbo and other platforms, the numbers climb even higher. Shray Goel now faces serious charges, including wire fraud and aggravated identity theft, with severe legal consequences if convicted, including forfeiting all the properties and assets gained through the scam. Think about it. This isn't just a small-time operation. This is a well-oiled machine, designed to exploit people's trust in these platforms. And it worked, raking in millions before it was finally exposed. This scandal has shone a harsh light on gaps in Airbnb's verification processes. But it's worth noting the efforts Airbnb has made since then to tighten security. Under the leadership of Naba Banerjee, Airbnb has rolled out AI-powered algorithms to screen high-risk reservations, implemented comprehensive identity checks, and removed listings that don't meet their stringent criteria. While this is often dubbed an Airbnb scam, it's crucial to acknowledge that the fraudulent activities extended to other platforms like Vrbo. Prosecutors revealed that the scammers had been banned from Vrbo in 2015 after making $1.5 million there. This highlights a broader issue: the challenge of ensuring safety and verification across the entire short-term rental industry. For the industry, this incident is a wake-up call. There's a pressing need for more stringent safety and verification standards. And it's not just about individual platforms taking action. There's a growing recognition that collaboration among major booking platforms is essential. The recent formation of the Coalition of Trusted Reviews, which includes industry giants like Booking.com and Expedia, is a step in the right direction. By sharing insights and resources, these platforms can develop shared standards to better detect and prevent fraud. Think about the implications. If major players in the industry can come together to create a unified front against fraud, the entire landscape of short term rentals could become much safer for everyone involved. This scandal is a sobering reminder of the importance of vigilance in our industry. For hosts and vacation rental managers, it underscores the critical role you play in maintaining trust and integrity. Strengthening verification processes, and advocating for robust regulatory oversight are essential to ensure scams like this don't tarnish the reputation of legitimate rental businesses. So, what can you, as a host or property manager, do to protect yourself and your guests? First, ensure your listings are transparent and accurate. Secondly, make use of the verification tools provided by the platforms. And finally, stay informed about best practices and industry standards. Thank you for tuning in to the Vacation Rental Scale Up podcast. If you found this episode insightful, please subscribe and leave a review. Your feedback helps us continue to bring you valuable content. And remember, in the world of vacation rentals, maintaining trust and safety is paramount.